Peas Blossom.
Ready?
Ah, Peas Blossom, scratch my head. Western flower, the juice of which could make all man or woman madly dote.
I feel that the kids that were in the intensive, first of all, again, learned to trust themselves.
My Shakespearience was magical because I learned so many new things about myself.
My Shakespearience experience has been kooky. Everyone seems to have their own little quirks. It kind of makes us all one big weird family.
I expected to learn Shakespeare, perform a play, and then be done, but it wasn't that at all. I built trust with a lot of new people, and I made a lot of new friends, and it was more of a family and group thing than it was Shakespeare.
As we celebrate the topsy-turvy world the characters enter when they venture into the sinister and dark forest. And magic! Don't forget the part that magic and spells play in this play. The players stand ready, but before we begin, we want to tell you your roles tonight. Yes, your roles. Back in Shakespeare's time, the audiences gave feedback to the players. If you see something you like, please let them know, but do so by saying, huzzah! Louder! Huzzah! Now, if you see something you don't like, a villain or a situation that bugs you, please don't throw rotten food at us like they did back in the day. Instead, you'll say, boo or hiss!
So, the purpose of the Shakespearience of a Lifetime was to bring Shakespeare to life for our students so they could see kind of the value and the beauty that exists within the lines of a Shakespearean play. And so what we did was we asked professional actors to come to our building and to work with our students in small group settings over the course of an entire month to really help them see the language for what as vivid as it really is, and really focus on the words that Shakespeare used and the value of his plays and the themes that are still present today in our world that existed back when Shakespeare was writing his plays. What we got out of it was that all of the students in the school were able to experience at least a little bit of what Shakespeare was all about, and they were able to meet with these professionals, see them perform, watch them do what they did in a professional setting, and then they were able to transfer those skills into the workshops that they were present in, and then they were able to take those skills and they were able to bring them into their English classes.
That's probably the biggest thing that comes to mind. When I look back on my high school years, besides my friends and what I really did inside high school, the third thing that will come to mind is the Shakespeareans. I'm always going to remember it for the rest of my life. Ha! This is to make an ass of me, to frighten me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear. I am not afraid. The raven bird so black of you, with orange tawny bill, the blossom wings note so true, the red and little quill.
Well, at least from looking at them, the difference between how they were right at the beginning of the program and how they are now, they are right now out in the hallway, like sort of being kids, which right at first, a lot of them weren't. I mean, what I think of is, exuberant, excited, and very energetic. When we first got them, a lot of them were very shy, didn't really have a lot of friends, and you know, and were sort of so sort of at the back of the class, not just in grades, which some of them had, and some of them were, but you know, in terms of socially and being active students in the school. And now I look out there and I see kids like how I thought they should be, very active, very energetic.
I think that the students got more than I imagined they would get out of this experience, because when you match art form with the way it's supposed to be presented, you bring out the best in the art form. And obviously Shakespeare was meant to be performed and it was meant to be viewed, and I think this experience really captured that.
Not you! Oh, Helen, goddess, near perfect divine!
Now I have in my eyes, Lysander found, but why in heaven did I leave me so?
Why should he stay? Well, tell for us to go!
You speak not as you think, it cannot be! Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid! I amaze your passionate words!
My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena! I say, I love thee more than he could do. Now say so, but draw prove it too! Quick, come!
Lysander, what attend on this?
Head off, thou cats, thou bird! Vile thing, let loose!
I thought it was kind of a nice thing to do so that all students would have a shared experience, a common experience. It was really kind of neat to watch the professionals do the show, and then, you know, like a month later, watch our students put on a show that was even better than what the professionals did. That to me was pretty cool, and to see students who were not typically involved in the theater get involved in theater, to me it was just a great positive experience for the school, building our community, making students feel like we were part of something special.
That again, they knew more about Shakespeare than they thought they did, and once they were given the tools to get into the language and to figure out what was happening in each scene, who the characters were, what their relationships were with one another, and again, all of the clues that Shakespeare embedded into the poetry and language of his writing. Once they could get beyond that and truly understand and have a working knowledge of all of those intricacies in his writing, they had aha moments again where they really realized, oh, these are just people. These are people that are having the experiences that I'm having today, and I get what's going on. You know, when we did our performances, many in the talkback of the evening shows, some of the adults especially said, both in the space when we did a talkback and in the tweets that we did throughout the show and after the show, many of the adults said, I couldn't really tell what was going on, but I was really entertained, and more importantly, I could get that the kids understood very clearly every moment what was going on.
Why are your cheeks so pale? How chance the roses there to fade so fast?
Be like for want of rain, which I could well between them from the tempest of my eyes.
Aww. I mean, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
I'm so low. How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails couldn't reach into my eyes! Oh, you are, you gentlemen, let her not hurt me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower of myself than I can imagine. Lower what? Again?
Be not afraid, she shall hardly Helena.
Though she be but little, she is fierce. Little again? Why do you let her insult me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you going, you dwarf!
I have always wanted to have some kind of an artist in residence program here at the school. I think it's a great way to connect students with the curriculum and with content that is outside of what we would normally teach here. So I was ecstatic to think that this might be that possibility when Mr. Wiles first talked to me about
I
it.
think one of the things that's always amazing is to watch students perform, and especially with an art form like Shakespeare, it's such a challenging piece of literature, and I thought our kids just knocked it out of the park. I just thought that they really owned it.
My Shakespearience has been life-changing. Through it, I've been able to meet a lot of new and great people, and it's helped me get out of my comfort zone, and I'm so grateful for it.
My Shakespearience experience has been excellent.
My Shakespearience experience has been inspirational because it helps you get out of your comfort zone.
My Shakespearience has been transforming because I got to reconnect with old friends and make some new friends.
My Shakespearience has been amazing because I've met so many good people and I've never done anything like this before.
My Shakespearience experience has been very transforming.